They go play action here on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
To Sammy Watkins.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First
Oh,
down.
that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
On the play. Brings up 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 6-0 our score after one.
Cowboys, nothing.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott from the gun. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll run it with Elliott. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
Complete.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Complete to C.D. Lamb.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Prescott
picked up by Juan Thornhill.
The Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker to kick off 4 games.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On second down, it's Elliott. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
First and 10.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will make it into the end zone.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
22-yard line.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
And Prescott, his third interception.
Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At the 34.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
11 on the play. And the first down, Chiefs.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeMarcus Robinson.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
DeMarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Chiefs 20, Cowboys 8.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Oh, boy.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw it here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Amari Cooper, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running with Elliott. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.